was coughing the whole time, and not one person looked at me, not one person offered me water, not one person asked me if I was okay. And I feel so cared for. You were in the road.
Just don't forget to laugh every day.
Did you already say good morning?
Good morning.
We are out and about, and Peter's already had a very long morning. You want to tell us what you were up to?
Oh, I went and did some Lyft driving.
At
like 6. I left, and I got back at like 10:30.
Good job.
It was fun.
And I was able to go to Bible study this morning, which was great. And then I came down. I ended up just going straight up to Bible study, like right after I woke up. There's a Bible study that meets in the home that we are living in right now. So I didn't do my vest until after Bible study, which in general is fine. But it meant I was coughing quite a lot during Bible study, and oh, Ollie, don't lick it. His little spot is still itchy sometimes. I have to remind him not to lick it sometimes. But anyway, I was coughing a bunch, but I love this group of women who I'm going to Bible study with. They all know that I have CF, and like, I was coughing the whole time, and not one person looked at me, not one person offered me water, not one person asked me if I was okay. And I feel so cared for because of that, because they understand that my body's just doing its thing, and that's okay. And I just feel, I guess I felt accepted and understood. And that's something that a lot of people with chronic illnesses don't have. Most of the times we aren't understood at all. Whether it's, why are you parking in the handicap spot when you look like a normal person, or why are you coughing, you look like a normal 20-year-old person, or why are you in a wheelchair, or whatever it is, we are not understood. We get used to it because that's what we're used to, but it is a really, it's a blessing when you are understood, so I was excited. Bible study was great, and an added bonus was that I was coughing, but that was okay. So then I did my vest and mist and all that. Now we're out and about. So here we go.
Here we go.
Look at the handsome Bonesy. Hi, Bonesy. It's kind of, well, it's actually not raining out right now, but it was kind of sprinkly, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So I put his jacket on, and then I put his leather harness on. Love it!
And guess what, guys? We came up to the North Shore where we used to live, and we are driving around the old first town that we lived in up here.
It's so nostalgic.
Yeah, it really is.
We really, I mean, it was our first years of marriage were up here, so whenever we drive through, it's like, our roads, our mall, oh. Right?
Just saying.
Oh my gosh, we were driving up to, what was it, a bank or something?
It wasn't a bank.
It was, we would park in the bank parking lot or something.
No, I think it was in the bank.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was in a bank. Where we had, like, our first 6 months of marriage, I think, we did a foster care class to become certified foster parents. And it was so crazy because it was at, like, such an early part of who we are. Like, we had only been married for a couple months, and it was just, it's a fun memory, and now we just drove by it, and I was like, oh my gosh!
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason we're like freaking out, we don't live in this area right now. We live like an hour away, and so we don't come up here very often.
Yeah, so it's so fun to remember. And anyway, if you want to hear more about, if you're like, oh, are they doing foster care, you can watch our Q&A called Are We Having Kids? That explains kind of the ending of that story. But that's that.
There's that.
We just drove by our first bank where we went when we were just married. Doing my Kasten.
In the car, in the parking lot.
You do what you gotta do.
Good work. And it's so nice that our car, even though it was made in 2003, it has a plug, an electric plug in it, so she can plug in her Kasten Altera thingy. Now, I know it's probably dark, but that thing does take batteries, but I feel like whenever we've done batteries, it like runs out. The batteries die fast or something, right? Or it doesn't work right?
I think it works right. We just have to get batteries.
Oh, we should go buy some batteries. There's that.
Some of you guys have asked, where did you guys get those squishy bowls? So here we are at the store. It's called Ocean State Job Lot. It's a discount store, so it's not like you can go online and order it on their stock or something, but right now they're $4 a piece, which, like I told you guys when I went online and looked into these in the past, they're like $20 a piece online. So that's where we got them, and now they have this awesome blue color, so man, too bad I already have plenty for Oliver. They also have this green color still. That's the smaller one. Those are $2.99, the smaller ones. The big ones are $3.99. So anyway.
There's your squishy bowl update.
That's a beautiful color.
2016. That is a nice color. Oh well.
I'm like utterly
You just said utter twice.
exhausted.
We are grocery shopping. Here's our stuff. And it's an exhausting process. And poor Mary was coughing her brains out in the produce section. Everybody's looking at her like,
Oh, really? Were they?
Go back to your sick
Go
bed.
back to the hospital.
Go back to the hospital.
Oh, it's my mom.
Okay, guys, so here's what we got. We're gonna get out of here. Bye. Guys, this is our new jam. It's our jam. We got the stuff at, what's that store? Ocean State, the dog bowl store. And, Vicky's granola, original. And we're having our apple and whole milk yogurt and honey and apple. Right? Granola. Yeah, whatever.
So good.
So good. So good. I got you, baby, baby. Hey, buddy. What you doing? I'm just laying around. You guys know what time it is?
Medicine Philip Combler story time with the Fry Life.
Yay!
Of course. I've got to fill up my Comblers.
She's out of drugs.
And we thought of a story earlier today when we were driving through our old stomping grounds. So we thought the Fry Life should know about that story.
This is a pretty epic story. I had pretty much forgotten about it. Mary reminded me. Okay, so we passed a storage unit, and it wasn't even the storage unit that we used. But, you know, the storage lockers where you can rent a space, and we were in between housing. We had finished renting at one place, and our lease for the new place didn't start for a month. But it was right over Christmas, so it worked out, so we were going to just...
Womp womp, the camera died, so I'm done doing my medicines.
But we got to finish our story.
Yes. So we had the storage locker, and we were, I guess, about to head out of town.
Yeah, so we had packed it all up.
Yeah, it was like jammed full. Like there's all of our belongings.
We got a 10 by 10.
And
I think it was 10 by 10, and we like jammed it from floor to ceiling.
So we were about to leave town, and we realized it's like the 10th of the month. I need to flush my port, or whatever day it was. And so Peter like crawls up through the...
Now, realize that we had packed away all our medical stuff. So her stuff to flush the port was stashed away, and we had no idea. Or did you? Maybe we had an idea because we found it, but we are up on the second floor of the storage unit, which is just
It was indoor, thankfully.
Yeah, long hallways of just kind of
empty, creepy at
like
night.
Eerily silent.
So Peter was crawling through the storage unit looking for the box of medical stuff, and then finds it and brings it out to the surface of the hallway, basically. And we set up the ironing board because that was right there, and that was like our sterile field. I mean,
it wasn't the
it
sterile
was our
field.
table
For the sterile field
For
to
the
go on.
because we like had to leave, but I was like, we need to do my port. So I just like stood there in the hallway, and there was nobody else, so it was totally fine. But it was
hilarious. There we are in the second floor of this storage unit building.
Creepy.
With an ironing board, and we're flushing Mary's port. And I was just thinking about this as we were talking about it in the car earlier today. Like, what if somebody had walked, like a security guard, they came in, they'd probably be like questioning what we were injecting you with.
Oh my goodness, that is so scary.
Oh man. So funny. So
that happened.
That is our story of doing a sterile procedure in a crazy place. So if you guys have any crazy stories of doing a medical procedure in a crazy place, leave it in the comments.
Yes, please. And
as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
If the biggest thing you did today was you completed your nebulizer, like, good job. Like, you did it. You fought that day.